Hello, guys. So my name's Maria Deane. I'm going to be with you for the next hour or so doing readings. I'm just lighting some candles while a few of you get on. Just welcoming our loved ones to come in, share this time with us. Only bonds of love are allowed in here. Only those who've crossed over into the light are welcome. And just wait for a few of you to get on. Got my cards ready. Feels very different today for some reason. Wonder has something changed? May have done. So I'll shuffle the cards while you're gathering. Amy Louise. We went off for a moment, but we're back again. Hello, Amy Louise. You would love a reading. Okay, Amy. While Stacey is writing the names down. I'll start with Amy. Please give her the solution. Okay, Amy, I'm going to take one of my sprays for you. You have Christ energy. So Amy Louise, Christ energy for you, Christ energy for me, Christ energy for the cards, and see where we're going. Okay. See what I have for you, Amy. You're welcome. Okay, Amy, you keep returning to the same point over and over again. There's something going on in your life. There's been going on in it for a long time, and you keep returning to the same point. Spirit are saying the Queen of Laughter. Has the laughter gone out of your life recently? Okay, yes. You've had some challenges. You've had some challenges, Amy. The laughter's gone out of your life, and now you've returned to a point that you've been at before. It's not the first time you've been here. You've been here before. Something to do with mental health issues. Now, when I say mental health issues, it could be that you're feeling a bit low, your vibration is a bit low. It could be because you've got psychic ability and your third eye is open, and you've allowed a negative energy to get on there. It could be that you're just feeling a bit low. It could be that you're grieving. But you have grown, Amy. We've got the fairy of growth. You have grown. You've grown so much. And it's something to do with your Prince of Light. So the Prince of Light could represent maybe a child or the love of your life. And if it represents a relationship, and it's one that keeps coming to a point, how can I put it? Coming to a point and then breaking up and then going back to it, and then breaking up and then going back to it, then it's time to maybe have a look at it and see. We've got the rocks, and see that there's some work to be done so that this doesn't keep happening. That's what Spirit are saying. Mental health wise, true. I'm good at the moment though. Mental health wise, good. That's good, Amy. But it may not be you. It may be somebody around you that's not good with their mental health issues at the moment. You are the magician. You have everything you need to succeed, and you will succeed. I just threw the card on the floor, Amy. But you will succeed at whatever you put your mind to. The trouble is, Amy, that you are full of self-doubt. You doubt yourself. Your lack of confidence and doubt in yourself is blocking you from moving forward. That is the block. We've got the green woman here. That's the block that's blocking you from going forward. The Queen of Passage, you've been doing this for a long time, but there's a shadow of the past that keeps coming up that needs to be looked at, and you need to change the story. The song is about changing the story. You know, we all have stories in our lives. We all tell ourselves stories, and we keep repeating these stories over and over again till we work through the shadow of the past that's come up for us that needs healing. And this is where you're at, because once you do that, Amy, then you're going to be building a different story for yourself. You're going to be building a completely new, different story for yourself. And that's what Spirit are saying. I'm going to do one more, because what will happen when you build this new story for yourself is that you will stop getting into crises or things that cause you to have chaos in your life. And you will begin to speak your truth, and you will begin to move away from any negative energy that may be causing you problems at the moment. Something to do with addictions. I'm not saying they're your addictions, but somebody around you. You need to move away from it. Change is happening, and change needs to happen. And change is difficult to deal with. Change is not always easy to deal with. So what Spirit are saying is that you've reached a point, Amy, that you've come back to this point. You've been here before. And now it's time maybe to look at what is happening that you keep getting back here, and where does it spring from? Where does it come from? And work through that shadow of the past so that you can make a new story for yourself where you don't land back here again. Okay. I'm going to leave their love with you, working with me. So who've we got next, Stacey? Stacey's had time now to gather some people. You're welcome, Amy. You're welcome. So Stacey will have had time to. Margot Mackay. I'm going to do a reading for you now. Okay, let me just get a little drink of water first and see where we're going with it. Pick a spray for you. We have for magic and protection. Let's do this. Only bonds of love are allowed in here. Magic and protection. Just give them a good shuffle. I've sprayed them, now I shuffle them. Hi, Margot. Okay. Right, Margot, the first one that jumped out is the pan. So the pan. So who needs to do some inner child work? Let's have a little look at this. So we've got the pan for you. This could be a partner or a child. You're a bright spark. There's a bright spark in this. Let's go with this and see where we're going. So we got the pan. There's a bright spark in it. This is a lesson. Somebody in your life who's quite now I'm not saying childish, but childlike. And they're a blessing to you. An absolute blessing to you. Let's see what Spirit have to say about it. Okay. Prince of Shadows is a shadow of the past. Okay, I get that now. So let's start, because that's clear. Okay. Peter Pan. Peter Pan tells me there's some stuff that hasn't been worked through that comes from a long time ago. Childhood. Tells me, and that the necklace one was it, the bright spark. There's a bright spark in this. So it's a lesson. It's a blessing that they're beginning to come up for you now, because it's a shadow of the past and you need to work through it so that you can raise your vibration and you can move on to being all that you can be. And that's what the blessing is. You're strong, you're solid. We've got the rocks here. It tells me, Margot, that you've been through a lot of stuff in your life and you've come out the other side of it, and you're a very strong woman. You come out the other side of things. So you've had things in your life that would have phased anybody really, really badly, and you've been able to work through it, and you've been able to come back the other side of it, and you're like, oh no, I don't want to do this again, because you've done a lot of work on yourself and you've done a healing, and you're saying like, oh, I can't be bothered with all this stuff. But listen, we have to keep healing, because we have to raise our vibration even more. We have to raise our vibration even more. We're coming into a new golden energy. We're coming into a healing that it needs to happen within our world. And Spirit wants us to be the best that we can be. So they want us to raise our vibration so that we can heal. The Lord of the Forest, this is something to do with addictions. I'm not saying it's your addictions, but addictions around you, whether that be in childhood or early marriage or in relationships or with your children. Wherever that addiction is, it has had a detrimental effect on you. And now it's time for you to do the healing, more healing with. We've got the Lady of Leprechauns. This is about doing what you love doing, your creativity, your passion. So we all have little girls and boys inside of us, and they are our creativity. They are our passion. And sometimes that passion gets a little bit blocked. You know, when we have outside stuff coming in, like we have addictions in our lives or people in our lives who cause us problems, and that blocks us from being able to be all that we can be. And what Spirit is saying is, now is the time to grow. Now is your time, Margot, to grow, because they want us to be at the highest vibration. We've got the Fairy of Youth. So it tells me it comes from your youth, and that's what you need to work through. And that's it. Another layer of the onion. Something that is controlling you. It's a layer of the onion. Something that's controlling you that you need to let go of. It has a positive result. It will have a positive result, but you need to do the work to help you get there. I hope that makes sense to you. Thank you for working with me. So who've we got next? So we've got children next door that are playing in the garden. So if you can hear little children, that's what it is. There's little ones next door who are playing in their garden. So you can hear them, can't you? Autumn shrimp. Okay, so for autumn shrimp, only bonds of love are allowed in here. Let's do a spray for autumn. So autumn, you have Ascended Master Saint Germain. Lovely. Saint Germain is the guardian, one of the guardians of the violet flame. And the violet flame, for those of you who haven't heard of the violet flame is a flame that's transmuting any negative energy. So it's about alchemy and transmuting any negative energy into positive energy. And that's what this is about. So Autumn, you have the violet flame, Saint Germain, the guardian. Here, let's see where we're going with you. Okay. Okay. Queen of Hearth and Home. Are you happy in your home moment, Autumn? What is going on in your home? Okay. Queen of the Night. Are you being woke up between 3 and 5 in the morning? Do you feel like there's some energy in your home that needs to be helped to cross over? Do you feel like there's something going on that needs some help with crossing them over? We've got the Fixer here. Something needs to be fixed. Change has happened. We've got the Shapeshifter. Change has happened. Okay, the Leaving. Okay, so something has happened either within the home or somebody passed on is coming back to your home. And I don't know if they're causing you problems, but they need to be crossed over. There's something going on that's blocking them from crossing over. The Thief is about, this is the block that's blocking you from moving further on with your spirituality. Okay, we've got the Elven Knight. So when I get this card, lots of times when I get a card, it's usually about my son. So I don't know if you have a son or not, Autumn, or if that's related to it, if there's a child related to it. But that's the thing that's blocking you from moving forward. We've got the Queen of Owls. This is somebody who doesn't sleep, somebody who finds it difficult to get to sleep. And then there's also somebody waking up being woke up between 3 and 5. There's something going on that needs to be looked at. There's something going on, Stace, Autumn, that needs to be looked at. And you're like, oh no, I don't want to deal with this. But Spirit are coming to you for a reason, because they want to raise your vibration. So they're coming, and they're coming in because there's something that needs fixing. There's something that needs healing. Something to do with addictions. We've got addictions again. Something to do with addictions. And also, Autumn, you need to do what you love doing. And your passion. What is your passion? 5 every morning. Okay. Okay. So Spirit are coming in because they want to work with you. There's some stuff that needs healing. There's some stuff that another layer of the onion. We all have stuff that need healing. We all have stories that we tell ourselves. We have to do our own healing. And this is what it is, Autumn, because they want to raise your vibration so that you have the best life that you can have. You're making fairy cups. How beautiful is that? I love that. That is so sweet. That is so beautiful. So maybe it's the fairies who are moving around in the house. Maybe it's the fairy energy that are doing it, because sometimes they can be a little bit mischievous, can't they? We'll see. You need to do what you love doing. And is it making your fairy cups? Is that what you love doing? This is, if that's your passion, Autumn, Spirit are saying that you're on the right road to that, and this is something that you need to, they're encouraging you to do. Fairy of Youth. Since you were little, have you been loving doing this since you were little? Have you been loving the fairies since you were little? Okay, you have a lot of people coming in and out. Okay. So there could be, okay, so there could be a lot, so there could be negative energy that comes in from other people. So sometimes especially nowadays, because there's so much fear in the world and there's so much negative energy. There is a lot of negative energy around. And sometimes if our third eye is open, then we can get negative energy on our third eye. And that can block us from moving forward. And what that can do is you feel absolutely exhausted. It also makes you have really vivid dreams or wakes you up and you're not able to sleep properly. It also makes you really cranky with your loved ones and maybe irritable and irritated by them, and maybe even say things that you don't mean to say, but it just kind of comes out and makes you really snappy with people. So if you've got any of them symptoms then, Autumn, then maybe you've got something on your third eye and it needs to be removed. And maybe it's quite simple to remove it. So we just ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron to come in and remove any negative energy, get away for healing. That's all we do. I have a Metatron weaver here, and that's what we do. If you feel like this fits you, then message me afterwards and I will take it off for you and I will remove it for you. It's not anything to worry about. It's just that there's a lot of fear in the world, and if you're an empath, then you soak up other people's feelings. Okay, trying to heal, dropped off and so. Okay, so you probably need some healing as well, Autumn. And I'm sorry that you've had to go through that. Okay. You've lost your joy. You've lost your joy a little bit. But there is hope for you. There is hope for you. You know? With laughter, we need to get the fun back in your life. Okay, so you need to get the fun back in your life. And also, Autumn, you need to know how to protect yourself from getting everybody's energy. So I'm a natural empath, so I pick up everybody's energy, always have done, right from a small child. That has not changed. And for me, it comes from being brought up in a home where I had to know, how can I put it? I had to know what was happening. So I had to get to know, it was unpredictable. So I had to get to know if there was any danger. And from doing that, I had to kind of learn what other people were feeling before they said anything. And that's a gift. That's a real gift that comes from there, but it's a real gift. It's a mechanism that you learn to keep you safe, but then it becomes a gift. The trouble is, if you don't know how to manage it, you will be exhausted. And so it's about managing it. So now, for example, if I got on a bus and someone sat next to me and they were feeling angry, I would feel them feelings and I would start feeling angry. And then they would get off. And then somebody else would get on. And maybe they felt depressed or low. And then I would go down and feel low. And by the time of the end of the day, after having that all day long, by the end of the day, I'm a basket case. I am honestly a meltdown. Don't know what's wrong with me. Not sure where I'm going. Just really upset. Don't know what my feelings are about. And then I learned that it was because I'm soaking up everybody's feelings and they weren't mine. We can deal with our own feelings. We're not supposed to soak up and deal with everybody else's feelings. So now what I do when I get on the bus, if I feel that somebody's sitting beside me and they feel angry, in my head, I will do a figure 8 and I'll put that person's feelings in the top, mine on the bottom. And then I will say in my head, thank you for the lessons you've taught me. I no longer need in my life. I release you and I let you go with love. And then I'd see this magic scissors come in and I'd cut the figure 8 in half, and I'd see that person's feelings going back to them, and then I would just do that and take mine into my heart And then I'm just left with my feelings. And I just do that. Now I do that. I don't get stuck in everybody else's feelings. I'm able to separate them. It's a really good way of separating your feelings from somebody else's, because you can't heal or work with anybody else's feelings. You can only do with your own. And that's a really good way of protecting yourself. Your Prince of Light, okay? Your Prince of Light will come. But you need to work on yourself first, and then your Prince of Light will come. So if you're thinking about that, then that will happen for you. I'm going to leave that with you. You need a little bit of training. We've got the Smiths. A little bit of training on how to do that. Okay. But that's all right. It said you don't need to worry about her. Prince of Light, Princess of Light, doesn't matter which. You don't need to worry about her. That's up to her. She has to deal with her own feelings. You've probably soaked up a lot of them feelings, and now you don't know how to not do that. Your Prince or Princess of Light will come when you start to work and look at your own feelings and go through that. Back to a time when you felt confident. You need to get yourself back there. I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you for working with me, Autumn. So who's next? Natalie. Hello, Natalie. Just let me gather the cards. Right, I let one fall earlier, so I just want to gather that one up and see what that one is. I did let one fall. I can pick it up. I can see it. I'm still here. Oh. There you go. Oh, it was the Magician. The Magician. It was the Magician. Okay. Just want to have a drink. And Natalie, the spray I have for you is Ascended Master Lord Maitreya. Really lovely high energy this one is. So I spray you, spray me, spray the cards. Not getting any orbs today, are we? We haven't had orbs for a little bit now. I wonder why. Don't know. We used to get loads of orbs. So, for Natalie's highest good. Okay, Natalie, Lady of the Forest. Lady of the Forest. You hear them playing? Ah, Natalie, you have a question. And this is your question being answered. There's something to do with the Lady of the Forest. And you have a question. Let's answer that question for you. You know what the question is. We don't. And Lord of the Forest. So we've got Lady of the Forest, then the question, and then Lord of the Forest. Now, there's something going on here, isn't there? Let's see what the rest of the question. Okay, something to do with your home. Queen of Hearth and Home. Okay. You need to do what you love doing and get paid really well for it. If you're thinking, Natalie, about changing careers or doing something, starting your business, doing something like that, it's time for you to do it. That's confirmation for you that it's time for you to do it. The Fairy of Youth is coming up for you. And the reason that's coming up for you is because you need to work through some stuff. That's always what happens. You need to work through some stuff. You're the Lady of Joy. So this will bring joy. Doing what you love doing, doing what your passion is, will bring joy. It's something that you've always loved doing. right from childhood, and you've brought it with you. And this is your creativity, and this is your joy. And what Spirit are saying is, go ahead and do it. You bring hope to people, and there is hope for this business to carry on. We've got a Prince of Light here as well. Okay, and we've got the Maiden. So a time in your life when you felt good about things, you felt confident, you felt like you could conquer the world. That is your Prince of Light. That is what's coming in for you. You need to start and do whatever the question is. Spirit are saying this is what's right for you. To do what you love doing, to bring your passion and start to have hope in your life, and to grow whatever you want to grow, whatever it is, you need to do it. I'm going to finish off with one more. Okay, you have a gift, Natalie. So you have a gift. This is your gift. This is what you need to do. It's something that you're passionate about, and it's something that Spirit wants you to do. Okay. Be the queen in your own life. We've got the Queen of the Day. The Queen wears her crown. The Queen teaches people how to be with her. And that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for you and see who we've got next. Leanne. Lovely. Hello, Leanne. Okay. Okay, for Leanne's highest good, let's pick a spray for you, Leanne. And you have Magic and Protection. Let's spray. It helps if I spray towards it. Let's spray the cards. Spray me. Spray you. Let's see. It's quite strong on that one. So for Leanne's highest good, give her something to look at. Please give her the solution. So Leanne, okay. Fairy of Growth. So Leanne, you have grown quite a lot recently. We've got the big behind. This is not our bottoms. The big behind means there's not a whole load of therapy for you to do, but there is some patterns in your life that we need to look at. There's some patterns. And that's what the big behind means. You know, like just glancing over your shoulder and thinking, oh, I've done that. I've been there. I don't want to do that again. That's not a good idea. And just noticing and seeing the patterns. And that can help you move forward. You're in two minds about it. There's a decision to be made, and you're in two minds about it. You have to be in one mind about it. You have to be in one mind about it, about moving on for your mental health. We've got the captive man. This is about something that's blocking you from moving forward. You've got the juggler, too much going on. There's a decision to be made. It's something to do with mental health. You're juggling too many balls. There's too many balls up in the air. There's no room for anything new to come into your life. There's no room for it. What happens if you're doing this all the time? You're just juggling. You're trying to catch the balls. You can't get anything new into your life. Let them drop. That's what Spirit are saying. Allow them to drop. Let the balls drop and see what new things come into your life. Inner child work. We've got inner child work. You're the lady of magic, the lady of unicorns, but the inner child work is blocking you from being all that you can be. And that's what they're saying, okay? You're really sensitive. You're really sensitive. You're also an empath. You're also someone who picks up everybody else's feelings and feels a bit overwhelmed with it. And that's what's blocking you from moving forward. You have somebody in your life who says one thing and does another. Their actions and words don't match up. Spirit is saying you need to look at the actions. The actions are the truth. The actions are where love is, not the words. Sometimes we come from a place where we are so desperate to hear the words and we want to believe the words that we just long to have them words, and we don't see the action that doesn't come with them very much. So now that decision is about actions. Step back, watch the actions, don't listen to the words, watch the actions. And if the actions are not loving, then it's not love. Be the queen in your own life, the queen of the day. Teach people how to be with you. If we accept things from people, then they will keep on doing it. And they will keep on doing it until we say, no, thank you. And we don't accept it anymore. And that's what it is. Here we have Tink. This is me, hands on hips, telling you off. That's as much telling off as you're getting, Leanne. So you need to be the queen in your own life and not allow people to take advantage of you. You are a messenger. You've got a message to bring to the world, and you need to bring that message to the world. But first you have to do your healing on yourself. You're a bright spark. So move forward in that you're a bright spark. Have a little faith, lady of faith. Have a little faith. There's a positive outcome. There is a positive outcome. I'm going to leave that there with you. Thank you for working with me, Leanne. So who have we got next? Christina. Hello, Christina. Oh, thank you, Christina. Let's see if we can get you a beautiful message. So, for Christina's highest good, let me get a spray for you. We have Divine Presence. I love this spray. So for you, Christina, we've got Divine Presence. Me, you, and the cards. Oh, and it smells divine as well. Sometimes I wish that you could smell them, because they do smell really beautiful. Okay. 2 cards have jumped out. We've got the Lord of the Forest. It's soaking wet with Divine Presence. Absolutely soaking wet with Divine Presence. Let me clear it off a bit. The Lord of the Forest. And then we've got Blessings. So let's see where we go. Them 2 cards fell out for you, Christina. So let's see where we're going with that. They just jumped out of the pack. Joy for your future. Somebody around you is on the autistic spectrum. So, Christina, if you have felt like either you or somebody around you is on the autistic spectrum, and you just kind of thought, oh, I wonder, are they? Then this is confirmation that they are. This is confirmation that they are. You need to cut ties with that no longer serves you. So there's some situation, place, person, thing in your life that you need to cut ties with that no longer serves you. We've got Peter Pan as well. So this is about somebody who hasn't grown up, going to the lake today. Okay. How lovely is that? So you're going on a holiday. Is that what it is? So have fun. You're going to have fun today. We've got the Fairy of Naughtiness. So I don't think, Christina, that this is you, but somebody around you has been quite naughty. And you need to change that story. We've got the Lady of Song. This about changing the story. So let's see what's going on. Some Queen of Hearts home. Are you happy in your home? Is something going on and you need to speak your truth about? First time I've got this one, haven't I? So we're moving into a new golden energy. Things get worse before they get better, Christina. That's what happens. Things get worse before they get better. But we're now moving into a new golden energy. So what's happening? The world seems like it's the worst it could ever get. But things get worse before they get better, and they are going to get better. And when I get the Queen of the Golden Bow, when I get this one, it tells me that you have a higher purpose. And you're one of the people that have come here to Earth at this moment in time. Part of your higher purpose is to help bring in ascension, bring in this healing. That's what you're here for. So you're part of that, Christina. So if you're feeling like you're having to look at things more and do more work on things, you're having to do more work on things, it's because Spirit want you to help us bring in the new world energy. You've had a hard 7 months, but it's slowly improving. Brilliant. So now, Christina, now it's time for you to see where you're going, your spirituality, your path, where you're going. This tells me you're part of the bigger plan of bringing in this new golden energy. You're part of that. The paradoxes. So a paradox, if you look at that, it's two ways. So a paradox can be contradictory. You can have something in your life and it's good, but it's also bad. So there's light and dark. You can't have light without first having dark. So the 7 months of darkness you're going through is now slowly improving, and it's bringing in the light. And Spirit is showing you that you've been exhausted, absolutely exhausted. Look at them. They look like magic mushrooms, but they're not. This is about exhaustion. So you've been absolutely exhausted, but you're strong. We've got the rocks. You're strong. You're solid. You are coming out the other side of it. You are definitely coming out of the other side of your challenges. You've had your challenges, which is a shadow of the past, because it's not the first time you've been here. But you are the magician. I'm glad I picked that card up, because you are the magician. You've been working on getting your Reiki 3 and working towards spiritual goals. Brilliant, Christina. Brilliant. I'm a Reiki master teacher as well. And you know that when you do Reiki, you know Earth Angel Healing, Angelic Reiki as well. So you know when you do, you upgrade with Reiki, you know you have to go through some more layers of the onion coming off, because it raises your vibration and your vibration gets higher and higher. And you know, lots of people do that, and you also get more psychic gifts. So once you do Reiki, you begin to get psychic gifts, and more gifts come. Some people don't tell you how you're going to deal with help you through, but you need guidance. So you will have a master teacher who can guide you and help you through it. But each time we do Reiki or any healing, but you're the magician, and you will succeed at whatever you put your mind to, Christina. True. I'm sure that I stay with my students, and that they know that sometimes when you do Reiki and you're raising your vibration, that you may go through with new gifts that you get, you may go through some changes, which is true. So who have we got next? Thank you for working with me, Christina. Nancy Sherman. Hello, Nancy. So for Nancy's highest good, only bonds of love are allowed in here. For Nancy's highest good, I'm just shuffling the cards. Did we have an orb then? Did I just look up and see an orb? I thought I did, guys. Did I see an orb? You can let me know in the comments if I saw an orb or not, if you saw an orb. Because I've missed them. There used to be loads of them, didn't there? Floating around, absolutely loads of them. And they've gone somewhere. Don't know where. Let's pick a spray. Oh, you've got divine presence as well. Let's do this. Let's do divine presence. Oh, heaven. That's what it is. Okay. So Nancy, for Nancy's highest good. If you give her something to look at, please give her the solution. If loved ones want to come in and give a message, then that's okay too. But only bonds of love that are allowed in here. Prince of Shadows again. Hello, Nancy. Prince of Shadows. Queen of Shadows. Lady of Sorrows. Okay. So, Nancy, there is some more stuff to be worked through. There's some deep stuff that you've got to work through. You've done a lot of work on yourself, and you're coming out the other side of it, but there's a lot of grief and a lot of sorrow in your life. Is there somebody around you? We've got this Queen of Bedlam. This is my card that represents ADHD for me. Is there somebody around you that you feel might be ADHD? Whether it be you or somebody around you. If there's somebody that you felt like might be on the spectrum, might be ADHD, then this is Spirit confirming it for you. The Sorcerer is about it not changing. So if it's somebody in your life who is not particularly bringing, good things for you, they are not going to change. That's the message from Spirit. They're not going to change. If you're waiting for somebody else to change, that's not going to happen. And what Spirit is saying is we can only do our healing on ourselves. So you can change. And sometimes by you changing, then that can help somebody else change. We've got the boy here. It doesn't have to be a boy, but this represents somebody who is really sensitive. Somebody who maybe suffers with anxiety and very empathic, taking on board lots of stuff like we talked about earlier, getting overwhelmed with stuff, taking on board everybody's feelings and then suddenly just having a meltdown because they can't handle it anymore. So whether this is you or somebody around you, okay, so you get that. So the advice is to prick up your ears. And what this means is your advice is to not listen to the words. We've talked about this earlier. Your advice is so that you watch the actions. So that's, Nancy, that's where the actions are. The actions are the love. They're not in the words. We can all say wonderful words, but if we don't back it up with actions, then it's not love. Be the queen in your own life. We teach people how to be with us. Get your own queen. Put your crown on. Be your own queen. Teach people how to be with you. Like we talked about earlier. Look, we've got Tink telling you off again. Sorry. So this is me telling you off. Wear your crown. Teach people how to be with you. Don't accept behavior that's not acceptable for you. Just don't do it. Yeah? Teach people how to be with you. So it's you. There's a hidden one. And the hidden one means it's your subconscious. There's some subconscious patterns that, Nancy, you may not even be aware of, that are causing problems in your life. And they won't, you need to be able to look at them. You need to be able to look at them and move forward in it. It's blocking you from sleeping at night time. So you are waking up between 3 and 5 as well, Nancy. So we've got the Queen of the Night, waking up between 3 and 5. Making you not well. We've got the Green Woman, making you not well because you're not getting enough sleep. And this has been going on for a long time, the Queen of Passage. It's been going on for a long time. It's time to try and get that in order. We've got the Fairy of Naughtiness. Now, I don't think for 1 minute, Nancy, that is you that's naughty. But there's something around you, a situation or something that's not quite right, that needs looking at. You are a messenger. So you have a message to bring to the world, Nancy. But first you have to get yourself right first. The thief that's blocking you from moving forward is the leaving. So the leaving, when I get the leaving, it could be a loved one that's passed. I don't feel like it is with you, Nancy. I feel like it's a shadow of the past that you're still living in, and it needs to be healed. It needs to be healed so that you can move forward and you can be all that you can be. You're a bright spark. Yeah? You're a bright spark. Have a little faith. There is a very positive outcome. There's a couple of positive people that you do talk to that are there for you. It's in the past. Okay. So, but sometimes, Nancy, it is in the past, but you can't just leave it in the past. What you have to do is work through it. Sometimes we need to need some help with working through that. Self cannot always fix self. In fact, self can very much not fix self. But with a little bit of help, somebody can guide you into seeing what is in the past that's still blocking you off from today. The only reason we work through stuff from the past is because it blocks us from living our life today, so that we can do the healing in it, so that we can raise our vibration and that we can move forward in it. If something triggers you over and over and over again and you get stuck in a place, you need to untrigger that. And the only way to untrigger something is to actually look at it and see where it comes from and see the truth about it with somebody else's help, and then move on from it. And then it doesn't trigger you anymore. And so there's a little bit of work to be done on that, Nancy. I'm going to leave their love with you. Thank you for working with me. Okay, we got anybody else? Donna. Hello, Donna. Hello, Donna. How are you? So for Donna's higher skirt, well, I'm just shuffling the cards and I'll get a spray. And you have divine. No, you haven't. You've got Saint Germain. So removing any negative transformation, the violet flame, Saint Germain, the keeper of the violet flame. Okay, Donna, for Donna's high skirt. Okay. Donna, you are the magician. You have everything you need to succeed, but your self-doubt or your self-confidence keeps knocking you down and bringing you back down again. We've got the Green Woman. You feel like you haven't been well for a long time, or else you have somebody in your life who hasn't been well for a long time. We've got the Queen of Passage. That tells me the Green Woman is about somebody who's not well. The Queen of Passage means it's been going on for a long time. Something to do with your hearth and home. So something to do with your house. Okay, there's a negative energy there. There's a negative energy in your home. So if you felt like there's something around you in your home, that is true. Okay. So then that negative energy needs clearing, Donna. So what we need to do is we need to sage the house. You need to open all the windows and doors. You need to sage the house. And you need to cross over anybody or anything that needs crossing over. And you need to clear your house of that negative energy. Donna, you have a gift. Are you opening and closing your third eye? Or are you allowing just anything to come in? You need a little bit of training. The Smith is about training. You need a little bit of training on how to do that. How to open your third eye when you're ready to work, and how to close it when you're not working, so that you don't bring the negative energy around. Joy for your future. You're shining your light. So Donna, you're shining your light. So what that means is that you are bright. You have a light about you. But because you have a light about you, and maybe you haven't learned how to open and close your third eye and how to put up protection, then any kind of negative energy can get in there. And then that's when the problems happen. Because it could be beings who haven't crossed over, and they need crossing over. You're like, oh no, I don't want this. But if you have a gift, then you also have a responsibility to, yes, so you have a responsibility to learn that, Donna. That's beautiful, because you do have a gift. So you need to take that responsibility and learn how to do that. Bring some of the laughter back, some of the fun into your life. So it's really easy to close your third eye when you're not working, so that you don't get lots of negative energy in it. It's really easy. You just imagine, if you will, in between your eyebrows, there's a third eye, and you ask Archangel Michael to come in with his sword of truth and his cloak of protection, and to close the lid. And what you'll find will happen, you will actually feel the lid close. And then that's your third eye closed. And he will protect it. And nothing negative will get in there. There's also, if you feel like you have something negative on your third eye, then you ask Archangel Metatron to come in and heal whatever it is. Take it for healing. We've got the Queen of the Golden Bowl with you. You've come here like one that I did earlier. You've come here. You have come here, Donna, because your higher purpose is to help lead us into ascension. You're one of the ones that have come here to do that, which tells me that you have a gift, and you need to learn and be trained on how to do that, and how to be able to open and close your third eye, and how to do it ethically, because there is an ethics to mediumship, believe it or not. There is an ethics that go with it, and that's what you need to learn, so that you can keep yourself safe, but not just you, but everybody around you as well. Keep them safe too. Thank you for working with me, Donna. So thank you guys. I think we've come to the end of it now. Thank you for being here. I hope you all got something from it, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time, in a fortnight's time, isn't it? Not next week, the week after. That's it. So it's been lovely being here. Thank you to you all.